Morning guys, welcome to the channel. I'm out here today. I'm trying to wait on daylight. I've never done that before. I need it to get light so I can see good enough to put an edge on this saw. I got to sharpen it up. I got a tree back here in the edge of the wood yard. It's kind of been on my radar for a couple of years. I'm going to check it out, see if there's no hazards, no dangers, no limbs in it that could kill me, injure me. So if it's okay, it looks good, I'm going to try to drop it today, get it into logs and process it. I got some areas close by I could go cut firewood. Well, I'll say within 5 to 10 miles, but it's supposed to storm later, and I'm sure the wind's going to pick up. That's another reason I want to get to this tree early before it gets windy, get it dropped down safely. I could go somewhere else, but you know, like I said, I'm under the gun, so we'll get this one down and hopefully get it cut up into logs, get it stacked, and I'll have it ready to process into firewood in the upcoming week. So stick around. Well, there it is. I guess you could call this like woodyard vandalism. I've pretty much destroyed the place. I got this big massive oak tree with 1,000,000 limbs. Sometimes I don't have the best ideas. The long plan here is to get firewood out of it, and it's going to create some more sunshine from my firewood, let it dry. So I'm slowly just expanding, so it needed to come down, but I'm guessing it's more dangerous now than when I just cutting it down was the safe part. All these limbs and all these pinch points and get up in the air. I'm probably just gonna try to get what limbs I can get cut safely, and then I'll probably get the tractor and try to pull it off the pile of logs and go from there. Like I always say, I'm making this up as I go. Fun times here in December. Hot and humid, or oh, it's hot, but it's humid. But I got a lot of the brush out of here. The tractor with the fork spread out wide, that works pretty good. I got this limb up top. I don't really know what for sure I'm gonna do with it yet. It would like to cut it off, but I'm not gonna get up on top of this log and cut that. So probably gonna just buck what rounds I can and kind of sneak up on it here. So I was thinking once I get the limbs bucked up, most of them, and maybe get right in here somewhere with the tractor and kind of pick up and try to move it this way. But once again, this big limb on top is probably gonna roll, and that's gonna hit me right in the head. So I may have to use a chain and pull it that way. I don't know. I don't really want to drive the tractor on top of all this firewood that I cut up and here in the mud and mess that up, because I don't like muddy firewood for sure. So yeah, it's got me scratching my head a little at this point. You saw me there, I got a bunch of the limbs bucked up. I was using my little saw to cut these limbs. Yeah, it's got a sissy chain on it, you know, the semi-chisel. I think that's good in this situation, because yeah, you're gonna say, oh, it's cut slow. It does cut slow, but you can see the crack in the wood, where the saw is going. You got time to read the wood. If you got a really sharp saw and you're cutting fast, sometimes you can't read that and you get a pinch saw. Yeah, believe it or not, I've only pinched the saw one time where I had to go get the relief saw. I've come close a few times, but only once did I do the floating chainsaw trick. But my main concern is this thing rolling. I don't think it's going to roll toward us, because that limb on top, that's what I'm worried about when it rolls. I don't want to be anywhere near that. So I'm going to continue to work these limbs up from the end. I'm going to get the bigger saw to speed up now. I'm into the bigger stuff. But get some more of that worked up, because I'm going to go from the end where I got a room to get away if it starts to roll. I don't want to be inside all those limbs, but if I work from the end, I'll have an opening, you know, just shoot out the end. But we'll get some more, and hopefully we'll get the tractor on it and get the logs out eventually. Has anybody got a match? I gotta get rid of this brush pile at some point. I think that's the limbs off of 3 trees, maybe 4. I got a lot of other junk around here that needs to be burnt, but we'll probably get to that sometime in January, February, good cold day. We'll see. Finally got that tree cut up. I mentioned that, yeah, I've been eyeing it for a couple years. The way I feel right now, I wish I'd eyed it for a few more years. It's good firewood. It's good and solid. And the trunk and everything seems good and straight, so I'll get some good firewood out of that. I got a few more small logs I'm gonna buck up today, but I'm gonna get the big logs another day. It had its moments, so I got it up on top of those other logs, and I don't know, I was trying to avoid using the chain, which I should have just grabbed the chain at first and put on it, and probably just drug it up the hill and got it off the logs, rolled it off to the side instead of trying to pull it out the front. But you know what, like they say, hindsight is 20/20. But got it wrapped up, and I think I may just buck up a few more. I'm gonna call it a day. May go watch some football if there's anything on. But like always, if you like my videos, go ahead and give me that thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you on the next video. Thanks for watching.